Hello everyone, so glad you joined us today. We're starting a new project today. Not sure what it will be yet, but come over to the board and I'll show you actually what we started on. I'm going to fold up a little napkin here now. Before I usually start a landscape scene, I usually coat it with boiled linseed oil, which I have done here. But if you notice, it might be just a little too much. So I'm just going to go in here and just wipe a little of it. Just a little bit of it. Now, if that's not enough, I can go back later on and actually do some more. Let me just lay that right there to clean our brushes on. All right, now let me explain what I've done here. I sprayed the top of it really dark blue, and the bottom of it I sprayed with the green and touched it with some black. So this will be a sort of dark in the background, but I probably put a lot of light up here. I'm not sure what we're going to paint yet. Let's just start and see where we end up. I'm going to grab a little of this blue. Let me do it with a knife. I'm going to grab some light blue. Let's start here. Now that's a light blue, but it probably will show up as a white. So let's try a little of that. Now what I might do is come in here . Now that's showing up like a light blue. Now I may grab a blending brush. I'm actually blending a little bit with the same brush. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of darker blue. That's a little too blue. I'm not sure about that. I'll tell you what I think I will do. I think I'll blend that. Now right here, I was actually going to put some light. Now I want to add a little bit, clean that brush out a little bit. Before I start blending, I want to add a little bit of the alizarin crimson. Now this may be too dark, so let's start out with it and just see if it is, we'll lighten it down. I'm just going to blend that a little bit. I'm actually just adding a little bit to give it a little color in that. And I may add some red in it, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to rinse that out. Now I'm going to blend it a little bit, and then I may come back and add some fluffy clouds in there. We can do that with the number 2 brush. Actually, my linseed oil is pulling a little more than what I would like for it to. So I think I'm going to add some fluffiness to those clouds. I'm just using the tip of the brush. I'm trying to blend it out to where it is a misty looking sky. I don't know if you'd call it a stormy sky. And we probably will come back later and add some more to that. I put a bright spot right here. I'm going to rinse that out and drop it right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and get me a, I could use a big one. I'm not sure about these. I don't think I've used these very much. Let's try, this is a brand new one. Actually, what I would like to do is add some mountains in there. Let's mix up a little color. I think I want some green, and I can do it right there with the blue. I'm not sure about that color. Let's try it and see. I'm going to go all the way across with that. Now this is sort of dark painting. Now what I may do is pull that down a little bit. Now we could go ahead and highlight some in here. You might not be able to see what I'm doing. I'm actually adding a little green in this area. And I'm going to lighten that sky a whole lot. I was going to keep it really dark, but I'm going to go up and lighten that some right now. Let me grab a 1-inch brush. That'll probably put me where I want to be. Now, in order to lighten it, two ways you can do it with this blue, which is okay, but I'm going to take some real white. I'm going to put some brightness in it. And I'm actually adding a little bit between the trees. Yeah, I like that a little better. Get a little more white. I want some really white on the tip edge. Let's see, I'm going with light on that side, so let's do that here. Now it looks like a stormy night, doesn't it? Now I'm going to blend the bottom of those a little bit, but I'm going to have to clean that brush. Let me just get a new one. We'll drop that one over there out of the way. I've got a bunch of brushes here. It looks like a rainy sky, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that better, I think. Now I may darken those trees, I'm not sure, before I highlight them. Just blending my trees, in between the trees, I mean. I like that better. Okay. Okay, got a clean brush there. Now, what I'm going to do is add a little bit more color. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to highlight them just a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. And I can do that with blue also, but I may put blue on the other side of them. Let's go in and do just a little bit with this. All right. I'm going to leave some of them probably dark in there, and then I'm going to add a little blue on that side of them. A little more of that light. Now I probably will go in here and add a little bit of light colors for the trunks of these old trees. That sort of looks like a stormy night. I may even lighten that up a little more in there later on, but not right now. Just adding some tree trunks back in there. I'm going to rinse that brush out. We have a lot of interesting projects that we're going to be working on. I hope you can join us for all of them, but if you can't, I appreciate you watching the ones that you can. Now, I sort of like this area, but down here, and I was thinking about maybe I might want to build a barn in there later on. We'll see how that goes. And I think I want either a road or a river here. And us artists likes to likes to do rivers for some reason. Anyhow, let me mix up a little tree trunk color. I'm going to take a little bit of this orangish color and a little yellow. And then I'm going to add a little white to it. That might do it. Then we'll get a little roll on the knife. Oh, and get another little roll. Whoa, yeah. Another little roll. Sort of like that. Now, if I want a road, I'm going to make it a sort of a brown road, I guess. And we'll probably highlight these trees more. And I'll show you, I want to put a little blue on the side there. What color blues? That might be a little too light. That might do it. Let's see if it will. Now I may take a smaller brush. Let's try that one. Rinse him out a little. Pick up the blue. Not sure. I may want it a little bit darker, just a little bit. Let's try that. I wanted it a little bit darker than that. All right, that should do it. I'm gonna rinse it out because it got too much light in it. Now I'm making these trees a little bit different shape. But I'm going to go in there in a minute And I'm going to add some I don't know if I got time. We've got a couple of minutes. Okay, real quick. I'll grab a little of that and put it right there. I may add just a little bit. That's what I wanted. I got a minute left. Well, I guess we're going to have to leave you for this week. I hate to go, but come back next week and we'll do a little more work on our picture. Goodbye and God bless.